Man, we got a serious show that we need to talk about today. Taylor Swift makes a post last night, and she's endorsing Kamala Harris for President of the United States. And Caitlin Clark liked the photo, and Caitlin Clark fans have turned on her quick, fast, in a hurry. But before we get off into today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. My, oh my, like we always said on the Simply Ball Dropping podcast, we gonna stand on business, man. And it finally has came to light. When you sit back and just be patient, things are gonna start coming to light. And things came to light last night, and I told you so. And that's why I never budged on my position about these Caitlin Clark fanboys. It is ridiculous on how they are now treating Caitlin Clark. So what happened? We got a lot to unpack. Last night, Taylor Swift makes a post that she is endorsing Kamala Harris for the President of the United States. And Caitlin Clark liked the Instagram post. And after that, all hell breaks loose. And it's ridiculous, and I've been telling you guys, this was never about basketball, man. This was never about basketball. It's always been racially motivated because of the fact that they was comparing Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark. And you have these Caitlin Clark fans. I'm not saying all Caitlin Clark fans, but majority of the fans, they have their racist ways. And when Angel Reese came out and said it out the horse's mouth that she's had death threats, she's had people come to her apartment, people follow her home, and everybody always wants to say Angel Reese is playing victim. And then when her mother comes out and shows proof in the receipts that she gets racist hate mail from Caitlin Clark fanboys, people still don't believe it. Then Angel Reese drops a podcast and goes on the podcast, and on record she says it is the Caitlin Clark fans, not Caitlin Clark, because I don't think Caitlin Clark condones this, but she has a platform where she can step up and say some things, but she hasn't addressed it head on yet. So what happened when Angel Reese dropped that podcast? She said that it's the Caitlin Clark fans. It's not Caitlin Clark. It's the racist Caitlin Clark fans that have pushed this narrative. And it's not even about basketball. It's because you're dealing with a 22-year-old black woman that has been compared to everybody's superhero now in Caitlin Clark. And these Caitlin Clark fans can't stand it. They go out of their ways to criticize Angel Reese outside of basketball instead of keeping it on the court. So what happened when Taylor Swift made that post? All hell broke loose. And all Caitlin Clark's fans have been attacking her on her Instagram and her social media, which she said that she really don't even be on social media. But people have found Caitlin Clark on social media and they're going at Caitlin Clark. So this is what happened. Taylor Swift makes a post. Now y'all see who liked the post. Caitlin Clark 22. That comes from her verified Instagram. And what happened? It was a trickle-down effect. Caitlin Clark's Instagram comments are filled with folks angry she liked Taylor Swift's post. Now look at this. Definitely should have stayed out of politics at Caitlin Clark 22. Love watching you, but now I refuse after seeing you support Taylor Swift and Kamala. Wow. Then another person says, was just started to finally pay some attention to the WNBA because somebody was actually worth watching, then you cave. Unbelievable. Now that goes to show you that these fans are totally racist. And I've been telling y'all guys for the longest on this channel, where I'm standing on business, when I talk about Caitlin Clark and her fans, that her fans are racist, and it only is because of what Angel Reese did in that national championship, saying you can't see me. And then after that, Angel Reese's world really come crashing down with all the racist and sexism and everything outside of basketball instead of keeping it on the court. And that's because of the Caitlin Clark fans and these Caitlin Clarkies and these fanboys that push the narrative on their YouTube channels. And it's ridiculous. Now they have been exposed. I just sat back and I was just waiting and I was being patient, and look what's happening. Things are starting to come to fruition. So everything that I've said on this channel about the Caitlin Clark fans, I'm standing on business. I can't retract that because now it's proven that these Caitlin Clark fans are racist, man. And I'm glad that it had to happen this way to expose these fanboys the way they've been exposed. Because Taylor Swift, an American music icon, has endorsed a black president. Now all the racist people come out and go at Caitlin Clark because of the fact that she liked the post and she supports what Taylor Swift did. So let's take a listen to what the post-game press conference was like after last night's game when they asked Caitlin Clark about the Taylor Swift post. Let's take a listen.
Caitlin, you liked an Instagram post last night from Taylor Swift that got a lot of attention. And I'm just curious if you could tell us what that post meant to you, and if you are in fact potentially going to endorse Kamala Harris. Thank you.
I think for myself is, I have this amazing platform, so I think the biggest thing would be just encourage people to register to vote. I think for myself, it's the second time I can vote in an election. At age 22, I could vote when I was 18, so I think do that. That's the biggest thing I can do with the platform that I have, and that's the same thing Taylor did. And I think continue to educate yourself with the candidates that we have, the policies that they're supporting. I think that's the biggest thing you can do, and that's what I would recommend to every single person that has that opportunity in our country.
Now you heard what Caitlin Clark said. She really didn't answer the question. But the fact of the matter is that she stated that she has this awesome platform, which all these Caitlin Clark fanboys used to say that she don't have social media. But she just said it out the horse's mouth. She has an amazing platform. So for her to endorse something that Taylor Swift did for a black president, and then you see the trickle-down effect from these so-called Caitlin Clark fans. They're not basketball fans. They're fans of Caitlin Clark. Because if you see in some of these Instagram comments, that will let you know it was never about basketball. It was always about an individual. And that individual happened to be Angel Reese, because she's a black African-American woman. And all the hate and vitriol toward her stems from these racist Caitlin Clark fans. And I just have to be the person that passes the message, because y'all know on the Simply Ball Dropping podcast, when we go live, we talk about it and we stand on business. And then you got these people that want to come in your comments talking about we're racist. Nah, y'all Caitlin Clark fans that condone the behavior of these comments attacking Caitlin Clark because she endorsed a black president, or she liked the video of another white person endorsing a black president, you guys are sick, man. This world, man, it's like conquer and divide, man. I don't get off into politics or anything like that, because politics can tear households apart. They can mess up friendships. They can do it all. But this is what has happened. Caitlin Clark, by endorsing the message that Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris, you see what it caused. It caused the people that was hiding behind closed doors to come out in vengeance and to let you know that, yeah, we are racist. And it's sick. And she exposed all of her fanboys. So you guys let me know what y'all think in the comments section about today's podcast and how Caitlin Clark fans have turned on her. I would love to hear from you, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this video out to the masses. People need to hear this video. People need to take heed to what's really going on in women's basketball. It's never been about the individuals. It's been about the race. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.